What's going on, guys? Coach New back in the building with another one as usual. It's gonna be jam packed full of jewels, and your time is always appreciated because you could be doing anything, but you're here with me checking out these reviews. It's another crazy one. You already know, like all the rest of it, man. Crazy stuff. People tweaking. This one is about a man who unalives himself after brutally beating a woman in a violent assault, man. So let's check it out.
New this morning, a terrible case of domestic violence between a couple leads to a man's death and a woman in the hospital. News 4's Christina De Leon is live this morning with more details on what is a horrific case. Good morning, Christina.
Yeah, good morning, Diana. Good morning, everyone. Just a very sad case. Police tell us they were called to a home by a female who found her own mother badly beaten inside of her own kitchen. This was around 9:45 last night off Castle Kent. That's out near Gibbs Sprawl and Mid-Crown on the northeast side of town. Now, when police searched the home, they found a man in his 50s in the back bedroom. He apparently had shot and killed himself. Now, police say the woman, also in her 50s, had to be taken to the hospital from all the trauma from the beating that she had to her face, that she was utterly unrecognizable. And at one point, they didn't know if she had been shot as well. Unfortunately, they say this was a terrible case of domestic violence. Detectives are still actively investigating the woman and this case. According to police, she is still recovering at a local hospital as she tries to recover from those injuries at last check. Reporting live, I'm Christina De Leon. We'll send it back to you.
All right, man. Off top, you already know that's crazy because, yeah, nobody in their right mind about to do nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? It's a clear cut case of not having any spiritual awareness, maybe mental illness. You know what I'm saying? And no physical awareness. You know, like I always say in all my videos, mental health, spiritual health, physical health, man, is so important. So you don't end up crashing out like this guy did, man. Unaliving himself after he brutally beat his woman, and then the kid found the woman and had to go through, like, he put so many people through trauma, you know what I'm saying, for no reason though. Like, mental health is important, man, because, you know, if you're not mentally stable, you'll do stuff like this, man. And that's crazy. Like, just take the time to work on yourself, you know, and get help. It's okay to go to therapy. You know, it's like, it's okay if you have to cry sometimes, like, to let your emotions out so you don't explode on anybody like that. And then shit, explode on yourself like that, man. End up unaliving dude, unalived himself. He beat the woman until she was unrecognizable, which is crazy. Like, how do you have that much time and energy to even put into her to do that, man? Like, you know, if you're working on yourself, I'll say in every video, man, you don't have time to argue with a female. You don't have time to beat up a female, man. You know what I'm saying? That we argue with females before a course, man. But 50 years old, that's way too old to be doing that, man. Domestic abuse, domestic violence at that age, man, there's something wrong with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just never took the time to straighten out things in your life that mess with you to the point where you have to lash out at somebody like that, especially if you so called love a woman like that, man. And if you really love a woman, then you're not gonna beat her up. You're not gonna argue with her. You're not gonna do nothing crazy or try to get even or get back or something. If she do something to you, you're just gonna leave, bro. You're gonna let her be. You're gonna let her do her thing. Like, that's the best thing that you can do is let somebody be them. You know, especially after they show you who they are. Like, again, we don't know what happened in the case or whatever. We just know what he did. And, you know, maybe it was something that could have triggered him that she did, but it's not that there's nothing a woman could do like to make you do something like that to her, man. It should be nothing that a woman could do to make you do something like that to her, man. That's crazy, bro. You have way too much time and energy on your hands if you even think about hitting a woman, bro. Like, and then nobody can make you mad, nobody can make you happy, none of that. It all starts from within. You know, you're supposed to share your happiness with the woman. I say that in a lot of videos too. You share your happiness with the person that you're with, and they share their happiness with you. That's why you get together, because y'all both happy and you want to express how happy you are and do nice things for one another, be there for each other. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you're going to go through hard times sometimes and all that. Stick through it. Of course, there'll be disagreements, but it doesn't have to be arguments or abuse, because it's just like, man, that's corny, bro. It's not even cool. Like, you look like a simp when you do shit like that, for real, man. Going around. And then he beat her till she's unrecognizable. She might have to get surgery or something to get her face put back. Like, man. And then why even do that if you're gonna unalive yourself? Just unalive yourself. Leave her alone. Like, what was that for? With nothing that she could have did to make anybody do that, man. And that's why, you know, getting help mentally, like therapy, is so important, man, because that'll also keep you from lashing out at people. And even yourself, it'll keep you from harming yourself. You know, if you got something to get off your chest, if you don't feel like you have anybody to talk to, man, maybe it's a good idea to get help from like a therapist or somebody that you feel like you can talk to, which most likely is a therapist, because these days a lot of people feel like they don't have anybody that they could talk to. You know, you gotta find a way to release that energy in a positive way, because this was a negative way that he did that, man. And he unlied himself. He traumatized the woman forever. He traumatized the woman's daughter forever. The families, you know, it just everybody who knows her, that sees her on a regular basis, man. And like I say in all my videos too, the decisions you make affect you and everybody around you, man. So it's important to make the best decisions that you can, be logical, rational every day, and it'll stay on your square, man. And it'll keep you from doing stuff like this if you think, man. If you're thinking logical, man. If you're able to control your emotions and walk away and take the time to heal and be the best version of yourself, man. And it'll just help you, help the people that you deal with. You know, it's just a good thing to be positive, man. I'm not saying you gotta be like some super nice dude and just let people run over you and all of that. Nah, man, you know. But at the same time, man, you don't have to go around making decisions that's going to affect you for the rest of your life, man. And affect, you know, everybody else around you for the rest of their lives, man. Traumatizing people and stuff, man. That's hurt people. You know, misery loves company. They always say that. And this is like a perfect example of that, man. Like, just somebody who was hurt, didn't deal with it, probably was wearing it forever. And when he did release it, he did it in a way that it was so bad, there's no coming back from something like that, man. You know, unaliving yourself, ain't no coming back from that, man. Going to jail, depending on what you did, you can come back from that. Oh, excuse me. You can come back from that. Like I said, depending on what you did, going to jail or something, man. But you never want to dig yourself into a hole where you can't get out of, man. And that's exactly what happened here, man. So that's why I always, talk about mental health, physical health, spiritual health, and how important it is, man. And working on yourself, knowing like who you are and how much you could take if you're ready to even be in a relationship with somebody. All those things matter, man, because really, when you that old, like 50 years old, even 30 years old, late 20s, man, you don't have time for doing nothing like that, man. Really, at any age, like, you never got time to be beating up females and, arguing with them, doing nothing like that, man. You should be focused on yourself so much that it's just not enough hours in a day to do something like this, man. Like, I'm gonna run it back though. Let me check it out one more time.
New this morning, a terrible case of domestic violence between a couple leads to a man's death and a woman in the hospital. News 4's Christina De Leon is live this morning with more details on what is a horrific case. Good morning, Christina.
Yeah, good morning, Diana. Good morning, everyone. Just a very sad case. Police tell us they were called to a home by a female who found her own mother badly beaten inside of her own kitchen. This was around 9:45 last night off Castle Kent. That's out near Gibbs Sprawl and Mid-Crown on the northeast side of town. Now, when police searched the home, they found a man in his 50s in the back bedroom. He apparently had shot and killed himself. Now, police say the woman, also in her 50s, had to be taken to the hospital from all the trauma from the beating that she had to her face, that she was utterly unrecognizable. And at one point, they didn't know if she had been shot as well. Unfortunately, they say this was a terrible case of domestic violence. Detectives are still actively investigating the woman and this case. According to police, she is still recovering at a local hospital as she tries to recover from those injuries at last check. Reporting live, I'm Christina De Leon. We'll send it back to you.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? That's just crazy, bro. Like I said, 50 years old. I was way too old, man, to be doing something like that, man. You should already, at that age, have your stuff together to the point where your life should damn near be set up already. You should be either retiring or close to it. Like, man, either, like, if you about to be by yourself or not at around that age, man. 50 years old. If you arguing with somebody like that, man, go work on yourself. It's never too late to get your stuff together, man. Like, no matter how old you are, which, like I'm saying, that age, you should already have your stuff together to the point where you're not doing nothing like that, man. You should have a couple cars out there you working on or something, man. Like, get you a dunk or, get a hobby or something. You don't got nothing to do. Like, that's the best thing you could think of. You're not thinking logically, man. If that's the best thing you thought of to do is argue and beat a broad up that bad, bro. Like, it's just nothing it's inexcusable. There's nothing that a female can do. There's nothing that she can do. Nothing that she could say. And then, like, being possessive isn't cool either, because I said this in another video too. Anything that can get up and walk away is not yours, man. And that does include women, bro. Like, everybody be getting caught, oh, that's my bra, that's my coochie. No, it's not, bro. It's hers, man. And she's gonna do what she wants to do with it, whether you like it or not. You gotta be able to have your emotions in control, so you don't go off the deep end. You go and you work on yourself, make yourself better, man. Like, people do what they do. And you got to accept the fact that you're not gonna get out what you put into people all the time. Nobody's you. Nobody's gonna react like you or do like you are, man. You gotta love yourself so much that if somebody does something to you, you don't react like that. Like nobody should be able to control your emotions except you. And like I said, happiness starts from within. You know, nobody can make you mad, upset, or anything like that, man. And you know life isn't as bad as you think it is, man, and don't dig yourself into such a deep hole you're not able to get yourself out. Again, it's Coach Newt. Like, share, comment, subscribe. If you're digging this kind of content, man. And your time is always appreciated because you could be doing anything but you're here with me, checking out these reviews, getting these lessons, man, about mental health, physical health, spiritual health, which is so important. Take the time to work on yourself, to get your feelings out in a positive way, man, and most importantly, control your emotions, man, because you don't want to end up like these people that we go over these reviews with, man. Messing their lives up to the point of no return, messing other people's lives up, you know, traumatizing people, communities, instead of being leaders and showing people how it's really supposed to be done, how you control your emotions, stuff like that, man. Yeah. All right, until next time, I'm out.